just wait a few more seconds before I go. But I'm supposed to make two drones and an overlord. I made 3 drones, so I capped myself. Boom, 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 boom.
Not the probes! They're attacking our cute little probes! Not the probes! Base is under attack! Attacking our base! Base is under attack!
The firstborn shall persevere. It shall be. Yes, Executor?
Our pylon's under attack.
Phase crystals, prismatic core online. Zaknaku Afaru.
Where shall we march?
Channel the light of life. This vessel, phase crystal charge. Channel this vessel shall invade. Zaknaku Afaru.
Let your will be.
Phase crystal.
Najakar, not.
Channel the light of Iron. Zaknaku.
Yes, Executor.
This vessel shall invade. Phase crystal charged. Prismatic core online. Base crystals charged. This vessel shall obey. Naku. This vessel. Base crystals charged. This vessel shall obey. Base crystals charged. Channel the light. Zak Naku. We are at full. This vessel shall engage. Annihilation commencing. On the crew rock. It shall.
And they're out of here.
Channel the light of iron. Synchronizing.
Fake Nexus. I'll explain the build right now.
Base crystals charged. This vessel shall engage. Prismatic core online. We are at full power. This vessel shall. Channel the light of iron.
Just like to finish my food.
This vessel shall engage.
Alright. Trying to get better? Well, I'm here to help. That's what my channel's for. Yeah, I do have a YouTube channel. If you guys don't know, I have a YouTube channel. It's !YouTube. You can get more strategies and explanations in there. I try to give whatever I can, whatever I learn, I try to give to you guys. So let me lower the music so you guys can hear what it's about. Okay. So the way this build works, it's a little tricky because I'm a random player, and because I'm a random player, they scout me a lot faster. They're forced to scout me. So the thing about that is it makes it harder for me to hide things. So cannon rushing is not the easiest to do when they scout you, because they see a forge, they're like, oh shoot, it's cannon rushing. But that's only because they have to go find out what race I am. So there's like some good and some bad being a random player in regards to that. So because I saw the SCV when I moved out, I know he's gonna scout me early, so I had to switch my build. I was gonna cannon rush as an opener, but since he scouted me, I went to the Nexus rush. So the way the Nexus rush works is you get a pylon gateway, then you get your gases. You technically just need 1 if you're going for a Nexus rush, 2 if you're going for a fake Nexus rush. So you get your gases, you get your gateway, and this probe right here has to get inside. When it gets inside, you pretty much have to run it around till you get enough money for the Nexus. So you do everything as normal. You just kind of run around with this probe. When your gases go in, I usually like to go 2 probes for each gas in the beginning, just to kind of get my gases but not spend too much workers. And then I get my cybernetics core, and you keep running your probe around. You keep running it around. At this point, you stop making workers in a little bit, and normally the Reaper starts up, and you should be able to get the Nexus before the Reaper comes out. So right here, what I'm doing here is I'm looking at the barracks to calculate if I can fit another probe into my my production. I was like, can I fit another probe? Because if the light's not on, I can make another probe. If the light is on, I have to cancel the probe or stop making probes so that I get that 400 resource in time. And the good thing about this build is you can get your Nexus before the Reaper comes out. But if you want to add a couple more probes, 1 or 2 depending on the situation, you could if you keep an eye on that barracks. So since that barracks is not making any Reapers, I'm kind of leaving this probe to finish. If there was a Reaper and the lights were on, I would cancel this one, and then I would get my 400 just in time for the Reaper to not do anything. During that meantime, when you get your side, you have to send a probe out. Now he's scouting over here. He's checking the normal proxy Stargate. And because this one comes up a little bit later, it's not exactly your normal timing. So this probe comes over here, dodges it, but here comes the Nexus. Now the Nexus, you want it away from where your proxy is. Your proxy is going to be here. It could be here if you wanted to. It doesn't have to be here. A flyby from that, just a couple seconds. But you want it somewhere in this area. If you want, just practice doing it over here. It doesn't matter. Just don't do it over here. You could put a pylon here later, but the problem is if you do it here, the Reaper sometimes decides to go over to your base, and by doing that, it's gonna want to go jump off this, jump down, and it's gonna spot it. So we don't want that. So don't build it here. You could build your pylon later and your battery shields. For the meantime, he's like, okay, it's a Nexus rush. Now I've done the Nexus rush multiple times. Pig has casted it. Winter's casted it. Loco's casted it. What is it? Zest has done it. Straya has done it. So it's somewhat understandable what it's gonna happen right here. And so what we're doing is we're creating a bait. We're letting them think that we're going Nexus rush, and so that way he reacts. And you put it far away from your proxy because you don't want him to think that you're doing something with it and then you're gonna go into something else right off the bat. The fact that it's here, he's not gonna wonder that it's right, that something's coming up right here, at least not right away. So that's what the Nexus is supposed to be. And the reason why you do a Nexus and you cancel it is just to throw them off, and the fact that you need time to get the Stargates and the Void Raids. The Nexus is a distraction so that he can't really have time to think about what's really going on. Like, oh, I'm scouting. What is this? What is the gas for? Is, how many pylons and all that stuff. Usually it's like, oh, he's Nexus rushing. That's what he's doing. It just eliminates all wonders of what might be coming up on my play. So this just gives them an answer. You just give them any answer that they're looking for. The Nexus is an answer, so therefore he's not gonna really go and find another answer. It's like, oh, this can't be it. You know what I mean? So it's more like, okay, this is it. So we get the Nexus. You cancel it at the very end. Whether he reacts to it or doesn't react to it, you cancel it at the very end, because all you're doing is getting your Stargates. So the Cybernetics core is here, and now he's feeling a little nervous, so he's gonna try to cancel it. He says, I can't trust this going up. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen, but I believe it's gonna be a depths, and it's gonna be annoying, so we're gonna stop it from coming up. It might be workers and adepts, so he doesn't know. It's mystery time, So during that time, we're getting our Stargate and setting up. And I did steal the gas. I stole the gas to eliminate a lot of the Terran's options. If you steal the gas and they go off of one gas, that means that they only can go like Cyclones, and they can't go Cyclones Vikings. And if they go Cyclones Vikings, they're gonna get a very low number of them compared to what they would if they had 2 gases. So stealing the gas is very useful if you're going for a void raid rush. So that's why the gas is stolen. It eliminates their options, a lot of their options. So look at the pylon, and I run away. I go back over here when I make the pylon. The reason why I do that is because if the Reaper comes, he kills a probe, then I have to send another probe. We don't want to do that, so we hide it. During the meantime, he thinks he's going to deny this, and he's getting another command center because he's like, oh, okay, you're over committing on a 1 base all in with this Nexus. If I kill this Nexus or deny this Nexus, that means you're on 1 base. And so by doing that, I could take advantage of getting 2 bases, a command center, second command center. So he's thinking, if I kill this, he's going to be on 1 base, his rush is going to fail, and I'm going to be ahead on the macro. So I cancel it. Now he's still suspicious. He's like, what could it be, or what's going on? So he does scout this with a scan just to make sure. He's been rushed, I guess, a lot of times with the void rate, so he probably very nervous about this zone right here. So again, I make 2 battery shields and I leave back to this area, and that's why my Stargates aren't over there, because they're gonna probably check this area, you know, because it's a hot spot. I check it often with the Reaper. Alright, so that's done. He's still on 1 gas. He's trying to get the second gas, and he scans it. He's like, oh shit, okay. Now what could it be? It could be a depths. It could have, you know, he's not really sure exactly what it is. He just knows there's something gonna happen. It could be void rage, but you know, he's like, but I just killed the Nexus, so it might be delayed. You know, he might think I'm delayed on my void raids, and just thinking that I'm gonna start up my void raids now, right? He's like, oh, maybe he's gonna make the Stargate right now, but it's late. He's thinking of a transition. So he doesn't know that my void raids are already done, and you know, or 2 of them are about to be popping, and I already have my Stargates. He probably just assumes, oh, I just killed his Nexus. He's trying to now make Stargates right here as a follow-up, because he's desperate, you know? So then he's gonna go over here, and then he sends SCVs because he thinks I'm desperate. He's like, oh no, I'm gonna make sure this doesn't go at all. So that's why he's sacrificing some SCVs. It's worth it for him, he thinks. In the meantime, I'm killing a lot of his SCVs. Now, Cyclone comes in, I pull away. I take the supply depot down so my adept can go inside. And then I wait. I wait for the adept to get attacked by the Cyclone. So now that the adept's here killing, the Cyclone's gonna lock on the adept, and it's gonna waste a Cyclone lockdown. So now we chase him. He loses that Cyclone. Now what the adept was there for, the reason why I had an adept, is because you need to have an adept over here. The adept has to be here for the beginning for the Reaper, in case he goes for the Reaper scout. You know, comes in with the Reaper, you gotta have an adept. So that's why the adept goes over there later, and then it does what it needs to do if you can make a play with it. And so here I'm trying to take out the tech lab because he's gonna go for Cyclone mag field. And so that's a good way to keep the SCVs around your area, because he's either gonna have it next to you because he wants to protect this, or he's gonna lose this and still run around, you know. So if you want him to go to you, you hit him where it hurts. And right now, out of all this is where it hurts. So you see him coming back no matter what. And then I hold position, which allows you to stay put and shoot everything else and not the tech lab. So, and then of course Cyclone locks on, you pull that one away, and since this one's in front, it's gonna guard it. so you can't get closer. So again, you wait to see which one's locked up, and then pull that one away, and then you pull back because he has one more chance to lock down, and you're already weak, but you have void raids behind it. I got supply blocked, so you pull back, recharge with these battery shields, and go for the round 2. And then he dies. Does take some micro. You definitely want to kind of work on your micro when you're playing this kind of build. But yeah, I've done the Nexus rush so much that now I have to do a Nexus fake. You see how the meta adjusts? First I do Nexus rush, and people are like, oh, what is that? I don't know. Oh my god, I'm dead, right? And then all of a sudden they're so scared of the Nexus rush that you turn it into a Nexus fake. But you can't do a Nexus fake until you put fear in their eyes with the Nexus rush. So until they figure out what a Nexus rush can do, they're not going to be scared of it. They're just going to be confused and not do nothing. But because they respect it a little bit, they're going to want to put time to deny it. Some people deny it with like 2 bunkers and Marines. Some people deny it with a bunch of SCVs. You know, so they react a lot faster now. But that's the whole purpose. Because what happens is you know, people recognize the Nexus rush so much that they try to spend, you know, their time making sure it doesn't even get up. You know, they'll probably make it look like it's not gonna get up, and then at the end they're gonna try to send all their SCVs over there so that it doesn't go up. You know, and try to fake you out. But because it's a fake already, when they do that, then they think that they're actually doing good for themselves. But in reality, the danger's still behind them and they don't even know. So it's just mind games. You know what I mean? GG.